Hello, welcome everyone to the lecture number 3 of Fundamentals of Computing. In lecture number 3, I will discuss the classification of computers. The topics that will be covered during this lecture are classification based on type, size and purpose, analog, digital and hybrid computers, microcomputer, minicomputer, mainframe and supercomputer, special purpose computers and general purpose computer. Classification based on type considers analog, digital and hybrid computers. Classification based on size considers this microcomputer, minicomputer, mainframe and supercomputers, and for the purpose we will discuss the special purpose and general purpose computers. So, let us start with this. This diagram shows the classification of a computer on the basis of a type. By type we can classify the computers as an analog, digital and hybrid. On the basis of a size, it can be categorized as micro, mini computer, mainframe and supercomputers. On the basis of the purpose, it can be categorized as a general purpose or the special purpose. According to uses and functionality, computers can be classified as an analog computer. From the diagram itself, you can see this diagram represents analog computer, digital computer and the hybrid computers. So, what are the features of these three types of computers, that is the analog, digital and hybrid? Analog computer is nothing but that process analog data. Analog data means what? It is a continuously varying data. It cannot have a discrete values like in the case of digital data. Examples are speed, temperature, pressure and current. It can directly accept the data from the measuring device without first converting it into numbers and codes and has limited storage capacity. Example of analog computers are speedometer or you can say mercury thermometer. These are the examples of analog computers. Digital computers are what? It accepts raw data as digits or you can say numbers and processes it with programs stored in its memory to produce output. It is used for calculation and logical operations, and obviously the speed is very high. So, within a second you can perform a number of calculations by using the digital computers. Examples of the digital computers are desktop, laptops, PC, that is the personal computer, etc. Hybrid computer, which is the third category under the type of computers, it is what? It has the characteristics of both the analog as well as the digital computers. It means what? It can process both type of data, the analog data as well as the digital data. Example of a hybrid computer is a processor which is used in petrol pumps that converts fuel flow measurements into quantity and price. So, this was about the different type of computers which are categorized on the basis of type, that is the analog, digital and hybrid computers. Next category comes the categorization or you can say classification of a computers on the basis of size. So, here we have microcomputers, minicomputers, mainframe computers and supercomputers. Microcomputers, it can be your desktop PC, that is a desktop personal computer, maybe laptop, workstation, handheld devices and network computers. While the mainframe computers, they can either use dumb terminal or intelligent terminals. The difference between the dumb terminal and the intelligent terminal is what? Dumb terminal uses only the input and output devices, whereas intelligent terminals, they have input device, output device as well as the central processing unit with them. So, let us start discussing the features of each of these categories one by one. First one is the microcomputer. This diagram shows the different types of microcomputers. It is a small, low cost, single user digital computers and also the least powerful. It includes desktop computers, notebooks or laptops, smartphones, tablets, etc. It includes CPU input or output unit, storage unit and software. The first microcomputer was designed by IBM in 1981 and was named IBM PC, that is the IBM personal computer. This can be installed at any work area or even at home for personal use. Desktop is the most popular model for personal computers. Laptops are handy and operate on a battery. Workstations are single user computers similar to personal computers, but have high processing speed, advanced processors and more RAM. RAM is what? It is a primary memory that we called as a random access memory for the storage. And obviously, its capacity is of RAM which is used in workstation is more than that for the personal computers. On the other hand, network computers have less processing speed and memory storage than a desktop computers, whereas handheld computers or you can say mobile computers, that is the smartphones or the tablet PCs, these are very small in size. They have a small screens and the keyboards and they are basically used by the businessmen so that they can carry it easily. So, this was all about the microcomputers and the features of the different type of microcomputers that was developed. Next category is minicomputers. Minicomputers are smaller in size, cheaper and faster than microcomputers. These are generally used in multi-user system. Minicomputers are also known as mid-range computers. Why? Because its capabilities are between mainframe and personal computers. Obviously, the speeds of a mini computer are between 1 and 50 million instructions per second, that we call as MIPS. MIPS means million instructions per second. So, it means what? The speed is faster than as compared to previous computers. The first mini computer was introduced by Digital Equipment Corporation, that is DEC, in the mid 1960s. Some can be used as a single user, while others are specially designed to handle multiple users. These computers can support 4 to 200 users simultaneously, where the desktop is used by the single person. That is why it is called as a single user computer. Examples of a mini computers are IBM 17, PDP 11, HP 9000, which are widely used microcomputers. So, next comes to the mainframes. From here you can see that the size of this mainframe is larger than the mini and microcomputers. So, obviously its capacity and processing speed will also be more than that of the mini and microcomputers. So, let us start discussing its features. Large scale computers comes under the category of mainframe computers, but these are smaller than supercomputers. It is a multi-user, multi-programming, high performance and has a very high speed and large storage capacity. Multi-programming, high performance, this means what? Obviously, this characteristics makes it very powerful computer. High performance means the number of operations that can be performed at a given time. Obviously, this is related to the processing speed. So, here the processing speed of the mainframe computers are more as compared to mini and microcomputers. It can handle the workload of many users. These mainframes are used in any academic institutes for storing a data and providing services to the faculties and the students. These are expensive and need a very large, clean, air conditioned room. This is just because of its size. It is costly also. It can support multiple processors. Example of a mainframe computers are IBM S390 mainframe, which can support 50,000 users at a time. Users can access mainframes by either using dumb terminals or personal computers. Personal computers that we called as a what? Earlier I discussed intelligent terminals. Intelligent terminals contains what? It contains input device, output device plus the CPU, and CPU is called as a what? Brain of a computer. Whereas in the case of a dumb terminals, it contains only the input device and output device. So, how the processing is done? In that particular, when we are using a dumb terminals, we give input from our terminals and the processing will be done at the mainframe end by using the processors of the mainframe, and then the output will be given over here. In the case of intelligent terminals, it may either use, for some application it may use mainframe processors, or some application it may use its own CPU. So, that is the difference between your dumb terminal and the intelligent terminals. Okay. Examples of mainframes, IBM 370, IBM ES, 000 series, UNIVAC, 1110, etc. Next category comes the supercomputers. From the diagram itself, you can imagine the size of a supercomputer, which is obviously larger than mainframes. Since the name is a supercomputer, obviously it means what? It contains two things, super and computer. It means what? It has a very high processing speed and handle a large amount of data at a given time, can perform multiple operations at a given time. So, let us discuss its features. These are the fastest, powerful and most expensive computers. It was first developed in 1980s to process large amounts of data and to solve complex scientific problems. It uses parallel processing technology. It can perform more than trillions of calculations in a second. The performance of a supercomputer is measured in flops instead of MIPS. Mainly used in the field of weather forecasting, climate research, nuclear research, molecular modeling, aircraft design, oil and gas exploration. Example of the supercomputers are Cray 1, Cray 2, IBM Blue Gene and Intel ASCII Red, IBM Roadrunner and Param. India's first supercomputer was Param 8000, which was designed and developed by CDAC. CDAC means Center for Development of Advanced Computing, under the leadership of Vijay P. Bhatkar in 1991. Nowadays, in most of the institutions, we have this Param series, that is the Param supercomputers. In BHU, we have the Param Shivai. Last one is categorization of a computer on the basis of the purpose, whether it is used for the special purpose or it is used for the general purpose. In the case of a special purpose, the computers are designed to perform a specific function, or you can say a narrow set of tasks, whereas in the case of general purpose computer, most digital computers comes under this. Why? Because they are used to perform a wide range of tasks. Wide range of tasks means what? The tasks that can be performed according to the instructions fed to them through programs. So, it means what? A special purpose, this performs a specific task or a specific function, whereas general purpose performs what? The multiple, or you can say variety of a task. In the case of a special purpose computers, it is optimized for specific tasks for which they are designed. This leads to a greater efficiency, whereas in the case of general purpose computer, these are designed to solve a large variety of problems. Example of the special purpose computers are traffic light controller, medical imaging machines, embedded systems in cars, flight control system and ATMs. Where the general purpose computer, these are the laptops, desktops, smartphone, tablets and the servers, which can perform a wide range of tasks depending upon the type of instructions given to them in the form of a program. Special purpose computers are used in industries that requires precision, reliability and efficiency in specific application, whereas General purpose computer used in various fields like scientific research, business, education and entertainment. So, in this lecture what we have done, we have discussed the different type of computers on the basis of type, size and purpose. That is the classification of computers. On the basis of a type, we have analog, digital and hybrid. On the basis of a size, we have a mini computer, microcomputer, mainframe and the supercomputer. On the basis of a purpose, it may be special purpose or general purpose. So, this was all we discussed during this our lecture. So, with this I end my lecture over here about the classification of computers. Thank you.